Hello beautiful people and welcome to today's video. I know I look kind of crazy right now because I just did a 1-2 looks with the new Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. Yeah, Circo Loco. So I will start off by doing a haul just because I don't have that much in this haul. I literally only ordered 3 things. I might place another order because there's a couple more things that I want to get. I'm thinking of getting the Charlotte Tilbury highlighting wand, and I also want to get the Fenty that gloss bomb pot thing for your lip that you can clip on yourself. I want to get those 2 things. Plus, I ordered something wrong in this haul, so obviously the first one in this haul is going to be the Natasha Denona palette. The second thing I ordered, I needed a new eye primer because the one I'm wearing, I wanted something with a little bit more coverage, so I went back to my oldie. If any of you watched my videos from the very beginning, this was my go-to eye primer back in the day, so I thought I would try it again. You get quite a bit for the price, 10 milliliters, so we'll see how I like that. And the thing that I ordered wrong was this bio sauce. I ordered the face cream and I meant to order the eye cream. I've literally been waiting for the sale to reorder this eye cream. And unfortunately, in my loves list, this one was on there. I don't know how, I don't ever remember putting it on there. And this one was further down. So in my... I wasn't thinking when I placed my order. So I ended up with this eye cream that I have to return because I don't want it. So I'm going to probably place another order and order the right eye cream and wait till the store is open to return that, because right now they're closed because Canada, Ontario is in yet another freaking lockdown. I'm so over this. Anyways, I'm not going to rant about that. But yeah, that was my haul, 3 little things, and I actually got the samples that I ordered. Yay! So I ordered the one size Patrick Ta. Nope, I forget who is the person who owns one size, but the Secure Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. So I got that, and I also wanted to try this Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. I did, anyways, I'm not going to get into that. I want a different... Not going to get into that rant. This video is going to be long enough as it is, but it's not a rant. It was just a thing. Anyways, okay, without further ado, let's get right into how I created these 2 eye looks. Alright, so I'm going to do my very first look using the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette, and I sat here for what seemed like forever trying to decide what the heck to use first. I was the most excited for this shade and this shade, and I wanted to see if this shade looked anything like the teal in the gold palette. I did do some comparison swatches already, and I think I might do either a separate video on that because this one might be too long. But yeah, I literally sat here thinking, okay, so I'm going to do 2 looks today, but I don't know, like, whatever I do today, I'm not going to want to repeat the same colors tomorrow, so I'm just trying to think of, you know, what I want to do. So I think for the first look, I might play with some of the blues and greens here, because that's the... Oh, I just dug my finger in. Are you freaking kidding me? I just took a chunk out. If it's not me, if it's not Sebastian, it's me. Alright, so anyways, I did already prime my eyes. Put on the Benefit Stay Don't Stray primer. Now, I'm not sure how these are going to react to that primer. It's not really a primer that I'm used to using, so this is going to be kind of I can't believe I just took a chunk out of that shadow. That sucks a little bit. Alright, anyways. By the way, that color Funtomime is actually really pigmented. I wasn't expecting that to be so pigmented. Anyways, I'll get into my final thoughts after. So I'm going to start with... Actually, I'm going to start with Funtomime. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take it on... What's the best brush to use? I'm going to take it on... Sebastian, stop! Okay, my palette is literally getting beat up right now. Sebastian just took a chunk out of it. He's on my knee here. I never learn. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush here from Anastasia. It's just one of the ones that came with one of the palettes that I like. And I'm going to dip into Funtomime. And I'm going to take that on. I'm going to try and do this so I'm staying in frame. Maybe I'll just move my camera over slightly. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's really... This is pretty pigmented. I'm going to use this as the transition cut kind of for the shadow. I'm gonna use Acrobat next. I thought it was like the teal in the Natasha Denona Gold palette. This one here. But this one's actually a lot more darker and a lot more greenish, bluish, like teal. This one is a lot more blue right here. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to start working that into the outer area here. And for that, I think I'm going to take this brush here. It is stained with some pink shadow from yesterday, but that won't affect the color because it's darker. So I'm just going to start taking that on the outer corner here. And Sebastian's already given me attitude, so I think he might want to go back to his cage. Want to go on my shoulder? Want to see my finger? Alright. These are blending really nice so far. When I saw this palette first release, I was so excited for it. I wanted to buy it right away, but I knew that I could wait a month and get the Sephora 20% off because I didn't want to spend full price on this. I'm trying not to spend full price on things lately. I'm trying to cut back on the eyeshadow palettes that I buy. So I was like, yeah, if you want this, you need to wait for the sale. I was tempted a couple times to just take the plunge and spend it, but I was like, nope, I need to wait. I can wait. And if I still want it, you know, after a month, then I know I really do want it. So I still wanted it after a month, so yeah. I put some money aside and here we are, playing with the palette. But of course you don't hear or see a lot of people like using this palette anymore because it's not new anymore. But I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent here now. Okay, so that's on there. I'm just going to take a slightly darker brush and slightly smaller brush just to deepen out the outer edge. And I'm getting like pretty much no fallout, maybe like just a little bit, but that's expected with a darker shade. Sometimes it's hard doing my makeup on film because I'm trying to like, you know, stay in the viewfinder, but also like trying to get close to my mirror, because I'm the type of person who has to get really up close to the mirror in order to like do my makeup properly. Okay, I like the way that's turning out. Now I'm going to deciding whether I'm going to use a glitter glue or not. I think I might, just because that's what I would do in my normal life, but I'm going to take the color Flip. That's this really pretty emerald-ish kind of green. And then I'm going to take Snow Cone on the innermost corner. So I'm just going to add that primer. By the way, the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. I bought that again because I was looking for a primer with like a little more coverage to cover the veins in on my eyelids. It doesn't quite cover like I thought it would, but it does give a really nice sheen to the eyelids. So on like no makeup days, whenever those are, I never have no makeup days. I'm either wearing, well, no makeup days when I go out. I'm either wearing something small. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Whatever. Anyways, a little bit of glitter glue. And I'm applying this. It would be interesting to see though how these shadows stick to, the shimmers just stick to the Stay Don't Stray. Maybe I'll try that on the other lid. Or maybe I'll try it on a day where I'm not experimenting as much. Just going to take a sip of my sparkling wine here. And my face may look extra shiny because the lights that are shining on it. I used a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter on my face just for primer because I didn't want to use an actual primer, but I wanted something to make my skin glowy. So that is on my face, and that's why my face probably looks shinier than usual. Okay, I'm taking this flat brush here and I'm going to go into the shade Flip now that my glitter glue is probably pretty much already dried. Oh, that shade is so pretty! And I'm wiping my brush off on my towel that's on my knee because I don't want to create heartpan. I feel like a broken record sometimes when I say things, but I don't know who's watched and who hasn't watched, so I say that all the time because it's true. Okay, that shade is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to have to go in with some more of the darker blue on the outer corner. Let me just go in with a little bit with my finger. Okay, that shade is beautiful. Alright, so next I'm going to go into, so I just have to wipe my hand off, I got makeup in it, and I need to get, one sec. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Snow Cone first before I go back into Acrobat. So far, I'm really loving this palette, by the way. And then I'm gonna take that on the innermost corner. That looks nice. I feel like Fun to Mime would have looked really good on the inner corner as well. In fact, let's take a, should I take a little bit of it? Yeah, let's take a little bit of it. Well, that changed the look completely. Alright, blending it in, going back into Snow Cone. I'm just going to dip a little bit on my finger. Just bring back a little bit of that. There you go, that's nice. Oh, I like that. It made it more like a sky blue, with a little, like a frosty sky blue. Okay, then I'm going to go back into, I'm going to have to take Sebastian to his cage. Flip again, layering that over top. And then I'm going to go into Acrobat with that small tiny brush. Just give me one moment, okay? I'm almost done. And then blending it out with that same brush that I had at the beginning. Now I think the key to not making a blue or colorful look too crazy is not taking it too far out. I mean, if you're going for that look, cool. But if you want to keep it more toned down, I hate using the word wearable because any eyeshadow color is wearable if you want to wear it. That is one of my pet peeves of people say, I want a wearable look. Well, it's all wearable. Maybe not for you, but wearable. Toned down, I feel like, is the appropriate word. I even don't like the word daytime friendly, because honestly, a black smoky eye could be daytime friendly if you want it to be a daytime look. Anyways. Rant over. I'm just taking a little bit of Fun to Mime and then that blue shade just to like continue to buffing it out because it's blending out so beautifully. Oh, I love Natasha Denona's formula, and then when I saw this palette that's color, I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. Even though I have a lot of other colors anyways, I feel that because I wear color on a daily basis, I needed this palette. Okay, I am going to do my brow bone with the Urban Decay Booty Call. And then I'm going to apply eyeliner and I'll come back and finish the lower lash line. I'm also going to return this little fluff ball to his cage because he's getting antsy, and I will be back to show you, I'll be back to finish the look with you guys. Alright, so I put foundation on just because, well, it'll help the look come together. Yeah, so for foundation, if you're curious, I used a little mini sample of the Dior Backstage. This is not exactly my color, but it works. Yeah, okay, so lid's done. I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line now, and in my personal opinion, I feel that color is the most toned down and not like screaming at you in your face, although this eye look could be screaming in someone's face if they didn't like color. But yeah, so for the bottom lash line, instead of going for a lot of different colors, for me when I'm doing a colorful look, I like to stick to 1, maybe 2, maximum 3 colors. And for today's look, I felt that I should just stick with the same color family and not do anything contrasting or too poppy, even though this gold here, this green shade, would look really pretty on the lower lash line. I think it would anyways. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling more of a cohesive, stick with the greens and the blues. So I'm going to start by lining my lower lash line with this eye pencil from Urban Decay called Freak. And I do this all the time because it helps boost the color I'm putting on, and it also gives longevity to the shadow. Yeah, and gives it something to stick to for longevity and pigmentation. So for the outer corner, I'm going to take this brush here. I just dropped my brush. I did take the shade Snow Cone, and I did buff it into the inner corner area here just to help it all blend together, and I used my dual fiber brush from Urban Decay that just fell on the floor. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to start with the shade Fun to Mime, I believe. I was going to do Flip. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to do Flip. So I'm just taking it on my brush here, and I'm just going to, just because my lower lash line, and now this Freak is going to lean more green, because it is green, so it'll bring out the green in the Flip shade. It is a beautiful color though, and I couldn't wait to play with it. Now I was going to use the shade Fun to Lime to help blend it, but I feel that it would take away and I wouldn't have enough room on my lid if I did that. I just switched to a more firm, denser brush just to help the color really pop. And I'm going to take that right out to the outer edge here and just blend it. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Snow Cone. I'm just going to apply that over top, blending it in to the flip. And then for the inner corner, I don't see anything in here. I don't want to use the green shade because it's too dark for me, so I'm gonna dip away. I mean, I could use the shade Snow Cone in the inner corner, but like, I don't like that look on me, so I'm not gonna do it. So instead, I'm gonna go to my trusty gold mode eyeshadow from MAC that I always use, and I'm just gonna pop this in the inner corner. For me, this is the perfect gold color. It's not too yellow, it's not too like cool tone. Yeah, and it goes with everything, so I'm gonna use that as I usually do because I'm boring like that. But use what you have, use what works for you. And yeah. Alright, so for the inner waterline, I'm gonna wipe it off first, and I'm gonna take this mint shade from this mint eye pencil from Annabelle, and I'm gonna go over my waterline with the shade Fun to Lime. So I'm just gonna wipe it off again, make sure there's nothing on it to prevent the eyeliner from adhering to. And then my small brush here, I'm going to dip into the shade Fun to Lime, which is that bluey, greeny, minty, whatever color it is. Now this is the cream to powder, which is amazing because I love her cream to powder formula. And there's two of those in here, which I love. The first one was the Acrobat, the shade I used in my crease, and like usual, it blends like a dream. I don't find with those cream to powder, actually with any of Natasha Denona's dark colors, I don't find you need a transition because they blend out so beautifully. Anyways, that is the finished look. I guess I will apply mascara and then come back, show you the final look, and then we'll move on to this eye. Alright, so here is the completed look with mascara on. Yeah, it feels weird not to have anything on my cheeks or highlight, but we are doing two separate looks today, so let me just zoom in on this one so you can see. So mascara is a little bit messed up today, but I mean, I'm not really doing anything other than sitting on my couch, so I don't care. As per usual, it doesn't look as blended on the viewfinder than it does on my mirror, but until I get a better camera, that's the way it is. But yeah, this is the eye look. I really like the way all these colors play together and the way they all performed. So I will zoom you out and we will start with the next look. So I played with the idea, or tossed the idea around, of using the berry shade, Razzle Dazzle, or if I wanted to go in with the dark purple, or if I should do like an orange look. I think I landed on playing with the Razzle Dazzle. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that look maybe tomorrow. I want to film it. I want to film quite, like, I have so many ideas with this palette right now, like, just floating around in my head looking at all the colors. Like, this Acrobat shade with that Cannon shade are, like, And what else did I want to do? The mint with the purple. I really want to play with this electric blue color called Electric. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into Razzle Dazzle. So I'm first going to start off with the shade Cotton Candy. And let me just find my brushes because my makeup area is a mess from the previous look. Okay, I'm just going to wipe it off before I begin. Alright, so taking the fluffy brush here and taking the shade Cotton Candy. Now this is going to be a little bit, hopefully I stay in frame for the entire time here because I'm working on the other eye. And you can see Sebastian there falling asleep on me. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the shade. I'm first going to wipe off my brush because it is dirty. And I'm doing two looks in one day. I kind of can't clean them properly, so I'm just going to wipe it off with my towel here. And then I'm going to go into the shade Joker because I'm going to use that as the color that Razzle Dazzle is going to blend into. Plus I also really want to see what this color is made of. That's pretty. So I have like a lot of pinks already in my collection, so I was curious to see how this would stand to the ones that I have in my Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think Norvina volume 1, 2, 3, 1. I don't remember what volume it is, but yay, dry skin. Can you even see that? No, you can't. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and switch sides that I'm doing this on, and then maybe... Alright, that works. Now the lighting's off. Okay. Wow, what a great start to this tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna do the best we can. My setup is not really meant for doing... All my lights are like now lopsided, but I'm gonna, like I said, do the best that I can. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm not gonna build it up like too intense because I want to see how that Razzle Dazzle shade plays with it. So I have to just take it easy here. And I'm not gonna bring it up too high, but that's a pretty color. It's a nice pink. I don't think I have... This is actually reminding me of the pink from the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette. Although this one is matte and that one has some shimmer in it. But I'm thinking if you're looking to create like an all pink look with a bit of dimension, you can put this in the crease and then that on the lid. I'm just thinking out loud here. Just gonna take a sip. I mixed that sparkling wine with some grape juice this time. Alright, so, Razzle Dazzle. Glitter glue, no glitter glue? Let's do glitter glue. Even though I said I wanted to see how it would stick to that thing, the eyeshadow primer, but it's been a good while since I put the eyeshadow primer down, so it's a little dry and not as tacky, so it won't grab the shadow like I want it to. So I'm taking a bit of my glitter glue. I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance glitter glue, and I'm going to take that and just apply it all over the lid, because I'm taking the Razzle Dazzle shade like everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to wipe my finger off, and I'm going to use my finger, keep my eyes shut there. There's the color right there. Alright, that's a pretty color. Wiping my finger off. It's got like nice hot pink. Looks like it has a little bit of like blue reflect to it to make it more of like a fuchsia color. Oh, that's beautiful. This side is really throwing me off. I can't really see, there we go, what I'm doing as well. That's a nice color. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Natasha Denona's formula, and her colors are just so pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I feel like I need a little bit of... I need to expand it a bit more, so I'm going to take a little bit more Joker. And just work that in to the outer area and just bring it in slightly. And I'm going to take my other MAC brush that I always use, the 217 Synthetic, and I'm going to take the shade Cotton Candy. And I'm taking this on the inner part here just to blend things. And I'm just going to dance it around the Joker color. And then take Joker again and just blend into... It's all a matter of blending things into each other now and going back and forth between different colors. At least that's how it works for me. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. I'm just going to take a super fluffy brush here, the one from ABH, but I'm going to really wipe it off good because I used the blue from the other look on it, and I don't want that to interfere with this look. But I'm just taking this with like nothing on it, and I'm just basically, actually I think I may need a little bit, so I'm going to go into the two shades Joker and Cotton Candy with the same brush, just to create like a lighter shade just to blend everything out with. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Hopefully that shows up on camera the way it's showing up in real life. And I'm going to go back into the shade Razzle Dazzle again on my finger. And I just kind of want to like bring that color up and kind of like disperse it out a little more. I don't need it concentrated so much on the lid, but I want more of like those glitters dispersed out. There we go. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. Okay, hopefully it looks like it's a little blurry, but hopefully it's in frame. I am going to take... Dare I take that color? I don't know how that would work. I need something for the inner corner, but because the shade Aerialist is a little bit too cool tone for this look, I'm going to go ahead and take my usual Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby, and I'm going to take that on my dual fiber brush just because I need something to help blend it in, but I don't want it to... Gold would work really well. I don't want to take cotton candy because I don't want to keep it matte there. Like, I need a little bit of sheen on my eyes. So I'm going to take that Hustler Baby and I'm just going to take it and mix it with... There we go. So I know I had to go out of palette for that, but it is what it is. Whatever you need to do to make it work for you. Taking a little bit more Razzle Dazzle and applying that just to like spread it out and blend it. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take Booty Call from Naked 2 on my brow bone, and then I'm gonna apply eyeliner. And then I got a little bit of fallout here, so I didn't put concealer on this side yet, just because I knew that I could clean it up easier with no concealer. To add layers on my skin is not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that up, and then I'll be back to do the lower lash line. Alright, so I actually changed my mind. Instead of lining my instead of lining my lash line with black, I decided to switch it up and use the shade Aerialist. So I'm going to attempt to do this with my funky camera setup at the moment. I might fail, but I might succeed. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so taking a really small brush, that's the way I need to do this. Oh, this shade is really soft. Okay. I just cleaned up my fallout, so it's gonna be awesome if I have fallout again. Okay. This is showing up okay. Alright. Second coat showing up even more. Just taking my time so I don't get too much fallout. So far I haven't had any. It would have been helpful also to apply a dark blue eyeliner first and then top it with this, but I didn't think of that until just now. But this is working quite beautifully, so it is fine. Her cream to powder formula, I just love it so much. I would love a whole palette full of her cream to powder formula. Anyways, okay. I don't know what I just dropped, but I just dropped something. Alright, so that is the eyeliner, and my mirror is taking up all the focus. Hopefully that was in frame, or in focus. If not, I do apologize. Yeah, so that is the eyelid done. I'm going to go ahead and do the concealer, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. Alright, so concealer's done, and after careful consideration, I feel like I've decided what I want to do for the lower lash line. There were several possibilities here that I could have gone with, because this palette's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go with Spiral under the lower lash line. I could have gone with Airless, but that's a little too cool toned. I also could have gone with Grin, but I feel that could have been too, like, I just wasn't feeling it today. Today I'm feeling like Spiral will go with the blue eyeliner and also the pink on the lid. So that's why I decided to go with Spiral. I have a craving when I'm doing makeup to go with like contrasting colors, like on the color wheel the opposite, because I feel like that makes the color on your lid, the other colors on your lid pop more because they're contrasting, if that makes any sense. Kind of like color theory, but... So I'm just taking this gold eyeshadow pencil from NARS and again putting this down so the other shadow has something to stick to. And I'm going to start actually with this brush here. It's a super tiny detailed brush, and this shade I feel is going to be more like a shade that needs help making an impact, if that's the word to describe it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm taking that over the length of my lower lash line. Like I said in previous videos, my eyes can't handle like a lot of color, so sometimes the simpler the better. But I am taking this color all the way in because I'm going to put gold on the inner corner. Again, I could have taken green, but it's too dark for my inner corner. Actually, I'm not taking gold. I'm taking pink. That's what I decided, I think. Or maybe now I feel like gold might work better. Ugh. Actually, maybe no, I don't want to take a bit of green. I'm going to take a little bit of... Or... Darn it. Okay. I'm going to go with my KVD Alchemist palette, and I'm taking the shade Pink Opal. I can't tilt it too far because one of the other shades is broken, and I'm taking that on the inner corner. Because it blends so beautifully with the stuff I have going on the lid. And it does blend in with the lower lash line, even though I feel like gold would have blended better. It works. Okay. Maybe I'll take a smidge of gold, just on the lower lash line. I know this is extra, but when am I not extra? There, I just needed something to help blend that orange into the pink. And it highlighted all of the texture under my eyes because I added too many layers. What happens when you get old and wrinkly? Not that I'm old and wrinkly, but... Alright. Let me just take a little bit more of that Spiral and blend those two together. Blend it on the outer corner. For the lash line, lower lash line, I think I'm going to keep it relatively simple just because there's quite a bit going on. I'm just going to put nude. You could put orange. I could have put firework, but I feel like there's a lot going on. There's enough going on. I don't want to add more. I'm not feeling more today. Okay, let me go ahead and add mascara and I'll be back and show you the completed look. Alright, so this is the final look with mascara. I think I'm zoomed in enough. Yeah, I think so. And I will zoom in out so you guys can see the final completed look because I did add blush and lip gloss. I only added my Dazzle Glass by MAC in the shade Sugar Rimmed because, I mean, how can you pick a lip combo, a lip to go with two different colored eyes? This is my first time doing two different colored eyes. It looks kind of weird looking at myself on the viewfinder. But yeah, the blush I actually use an old blush from MAC, two of them actually. Mocha and Fleur de Power. It kind of reminds me of Tarte's Party, the combination of the two. So yeah, that's what I use as blush to go with a pink and orange look and then a blue look. Alright guys, that is my first impression / first two looks using the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. I love this palette. I mean, if I hadn't already said it more than once in the video, I want to do some more looks with it. Although I say that and I never quite make it up because I feel like people may be sick of it, people may not want to see it. Anyways, I don't know why I keep moving that mirror back and forth. But yeah, I like this palette so much. I have more ideas going on in my head of what I can use. I tend to use mostly, like I said, how to make a color like more toned down is to pick 1 or 2 colors maximum. So I have a couple ideas in my head that I may do. I think I might film the one for tomorrow just because I'm on a roll here. But yeah, so I will, that is the first look here, and the second look. So whatever you guys are into, it'll be curious to know how many of you like the one eye and how many of you like the other and how many of you like both. So if you want to leave me a comment so I can see who likes what, that would be awesome actually. But without further ado, I will end this video. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!